In this video, I tell you how to make money as a producer, and I have a conversation with producer Pat Ryan. So a couple weeks ago, I announced that I was doing a Q&A with Pat Ryan. Now, if you don't know who Pat Ryan is, he's a producer. He makes content for YouTube, and he's a dope artist that just released a single with Sunny Digital. So if you'd like to check out Pat Ryan, all of his links will be linked in the description for you to go and check out. This is just a little chunk of the conversation that we had, but if you'd like to watch the full 30-minute video, it will be linked in the description. If you click the link, it's gonna take you to a unlisted video. Here we go. And moving on to the number one question that everybody asks, how do you make money as a producer? You don't have to speak on necessarily the exact numbers, but maybe a few streams of income that you have, just so people can see how realistic this career path really is.
Yeah, so starting off, it's gonna be you'll probably be struggling a bit when you say forget this full-time job or part-time job, let me do this on your own. But you can get yourself to a point where you're good, month to month, you're making enough income where you can do it on your own. But I mean, like I mentioned earlier, there's so many different ways to make revenue online. With YouTube, you connect it to an AdSense account and you make ad revenue. If you have a website, you can use Google AdWords, and you can still, whether you want to or not, you can have people run ads on your website. Which then you end up keeping more of the ad revenue than running ads on YouTube, because YouTube isn't getting a cut. That's directly through your website. Amazon affiliate marketing. I don't know if you've heard of that one. That's I put links in the descriptions of all my videos, and if somebody buys say somebody's interested in my speakers, they click on the link to the speaker, but then they go off and buy a TV that has your code within their window, and you get a percentage of it. What else? I mean, I'm doing consultations right now, you know what I mean? That's another one. And obviously selling beats. I haven't gotten to that yet, but as long as you're good with your marketing when it comes to selling beats, you don't even have to have the best beats ever.
Right.
Your marketing is really the biggest thing, knowing how to use email lists and incorporating them into Facebook ads. Facebook knows everything about everybody. They know what video you interacted with, what advertisement you clicked on, how long you've watched it, what your interests are. So once you build an email list and start using Facebook advertising the right way, they can turn 100 emails into 2,000 emails, you know what I mean, of people who have similar interests to the ones you input. And just making sure your marketing and your advertising strategies are on point and you're creating value throughout everything that you do. It's almost the scalability is limitless. It's the internet. There is no end to it.
There is no end, bro.
I tell people that another thing is, if you do make YouTube videos, translating your closed captions, that's just metadata for different languages. Now you're really thinking globally as opposed to locally, and ultimately that's just going to get you an audience from different countries that might be interested in purchasing your beats too. So you just took up your target market just grew so much than just targeting the American demographic or whatever it is, English speaking. So it's just really about playing it smart, and then making sure all of those revenue streams are kind of in play. Another thing a lot of people are doing is selling drum packs as passive income. You know what I mean? You can make money while you sleep. It all comes down to how you brand yourself and how good you are at getting your product and your content out there. So
for sure. That was the conversation, and I'd also like to add my experience with this topic. And let me just preface that by saying this. The amount of money that I'm about to tell you that I make from these videos and making music is not to brag in any way. Number one, the money that I make from these videos and music is nothing to brag about at all. It's not a lot. Number two, bragging to me is corny, and I don't really agree with bragging. I just don't think bragging is cool, so I would never do that. And number three, earlier this year, I was watching a JR Hitmaker video, and he was showing how much money he was making from selling beats, and it got me really interested. So I did more homework, watched more of his videos. Then I found the producer Taz Taylor, and I also saw that he was making a living from selling music, and it got me really, really interested. So the following week, I set up an online beat store, and I put out this video. So I'm hoping that by sharing my story and sharing how I make money from music will inspire somebody to take action today and to show people that like making money off music is a lot more realistic than people think, and there's a bunch of different ways to make money. All of the ways that I'm about to tell you aren't even like that's just a few ways that you can make money from making music. And so I have 4 different streams of income for making videos and music. Number 1 is my online beat store. To this day, I've made about $1,000, and I started selling beats back in March. And the reason why the number is so low is because I stopped selling beats online for a little bit, like just for a few months, and I just recently opened up the online beat store. That's why the numbers are so low for that revenue stream. Revenue stream number 2 is YouTube. I do get paid by YouTube. I don't really know what the legalities are of me talking about how much money I make, but in September I got my first check from YouTube, and for the month of November, I just received my biggest check from YouTube, which was around 300 plus. So that's how much money I make from YouTube. Number 3 is my website. I sell kits, sample kits, drum kits, MIDI kits, all kits for producers on my website. And it's been growing every single day because of the support from you guys and just from growing my brand. And for the month of October, I made around 1,100 plus. So that's just to give you a rough estimate of how much I'm making from the website. Now, revenue stream number 4 is Amazon affiliate marketing. In most of my videos, if you check the description, I have links to the products that I use to like make these beats and to make these videos. So if any of you click that link, purchase that product or purchase another product while still in that link, then I get a percentage of that sale. Again, because I don't want anybody to get misinformed or confused about what I'm doing and why I'm telling you all this, I'm not doing this to brag by any means, because again, like I said earlier, this is none of like the money that I'm making from these videos and music is nothing to brag about at all. And number 2, I don't think bragging is cool, so I would never do that. I honestly think bragging is corny, and if you're just bragging just to brag, like, and not bringing value to somebody, then I just think it's a waste of time. So that's gonna conclude this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to Nicholas, Sub403, Mateo, Oreezy, Nathan, Omar, Loco Beats, Dreydell, Ajani, and Polka Dot for these comments. Also, shout out to Ozo Beats, Specky, and D-Bane for using the hashtag ChrisPunsalon365. If you haven't watched the last 2 videos that I put out, I just started a 365-day beat making challenge, and the challenge is to release a beat every single day on Instagram and Twitter. And if you'd like to be a part of these videos, at the end of the video, all you have to do is post a video of you making a beat or of just the finished beat and use the hashtag ChrisPunsalon365 somewhere in the caption, and I will try my best to feature you at the end of these YouTube videos. You don't necessarily have to follow the challenge. I will be following through with the challenge, but you don't have to be a part of these videos. So just use that hashtag ChrisPunsalon365 somewhere in the caption. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the 10,000 subscribers. Giveaway coming very soon. If you have any feedback or suggestions for these videos, please leave it down in the comments below. As you can see, and if you're new to the channel, I do reply to every single comment, unless it's spam. Thank you for paying attention. Please pay your producers, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye.